Guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to path number 3, the Scourge Path on Act 9.1.3. The nodes are going to be debuff duration down with Scourge and power with Scourge along with proliferate with dodge. And you can clarify these Scourge charges with SP1 knockdowns. You will need Cosmic Champions for pumping iron because you need 3 buffs to do 100% damage, and there's also Stellar Striker, so whenever you use a striker with a Cosmic Champion, you get 3 aptitude buffs. The defenders are going to be Spiderman Stark Enhanced, Toad, Night Thrasher, Ultron, White Mags, and future Antman. The best defenders are going to be Cosmics with unique buffs and with high rarity relics. They will work fine here. Your top options are going to be your Hulkling, Hyperion, Odin, and Walks. You can also bring in Odin for the pre-fights for champions like Hercules and Cosmic Ghost Rider. They also work. And for the boss island, you are going to have Overseer, Galen, and Sauron. We're going to attempt Sauron with a tech champion, so more on that later in the video. So let's jump into the path and discuss it out. The first fight is going to be against the Spiderman Stark Enhanced. So primarily you have to bring in Cosmic Champions because you need more than 3 debuffs to do 100% damage. So with pumping iron, I am going to bring in a Venom, and as soon as I get 3 buffs on me, I am doing enough damage. And Venom is just crazy against Spider-Verse champions, so no evade for them. And also the cosmic nature of Venom turns off Spiderman Stark Enhanced AI. So very quick fight, just spam your SP1s in the corner and you can remove those Scourge charges that give him that give the defender a little bit of power gain. So yeah, they can be removed. Moving on to fight number 2, it's going to be a Toad. Now remember to bring in a poison immune Cosmic. Most of them are, so they will be better suited for this fight. I'm just using a Hyperion here, just gonna parry and heavy. I'm using an SP1 in the corner so I can remove those Scourge charges. So depending on how many charges are there, I'll decide to throw SP1s, but usually SP2s work really well. What Scourge charges usually do, they reduce the duration of the debuffs on the opponent, which doesn't really make much difference because you can play with a champion that does not apply debuffs and you should be good. One thing to be careful about is for every Scourge charge, the defender gains power also. So don't let them go above 7 or 8 because that's where the power gain becomes noticeable. So just try to keep them down to 5 or 6 or maximum 8. And then throw your SP1s and remove those Scourge charges and you should be good. This is me just taking Toad out with the Hyperion. I am just using my SP2, spamming that out. And also every now and then I'll throw a special one in the corner so I can remove those Scourge charges from the defender. All in all, pretty easy, straightforward fight. And there goes Toad. Nothing much difficult on this fight. Just use your poison immune. I've given you some more options. They work really well. Fight number 3 is going to be against a Night Thrasher. I am just going to take him to a corner and try to recycle my SP2s. Now this is a fight where the Scourge charges don't really matter because for every Scourge charge you have on the opponent, the debuff duration is going to decrease. Now there's no debuffs from Hulkling, you just literally build up your SP2, then you wait for the opponent to block, and then you go in and hit in the block, get the unblockable, throw the SP2, and that does the damage. So there is nothing literally that will affect the fight negatively for you with Scourge charges. All you need to do, if the charges get too much, do not get too close to an SP3, and try using your SP1s here also because for every SP1 I think 5 charges are removed. Anyway, it's a very easy path. If there was an alternate easy path for this 9.1.3, this would be it. So as long as you have the right champions, I'm using a Hulkling. You can totally cheese this path with a Serpent. You can also throw Odin pre-fights on him. Or you can also do this path with Hercules or a CGR. And with the Odin pre-fights, you should be good. You will need the Odin pre-fights just for the beginning because when you use the striker, you get aptitude buffs anyway. So you are good with pumping iron and the standard cosmics, standard strikers. And yeah, you should be able to get this fight done quite easily in the end. Just the right champions. It might take a little bit of time, so to counter that, you can also use relics. But for me, this path took around 11 minutes or 12 minutes along with the boss. So it's one of the shorter paths in 9.1. So yeah, just like that, we are down to 14%. He's gonna throw his last SP2. I'm gonna go jump in, throw my striker in, and he is out. Now next up we are going to have an Ultron. Now granted, I do not know how to play Serpent offensively. I need to look up a video from Jason Voorhees or somebody, or maybe Sim. They are like the best two when it comes to champion videos. So I need to check that out. So I didn't know I was doing what I was doing right or wrong here. All I knew that I need to throw my SP1s so I don't let Ultron evade. And yeah, and just throw my specials in the block whenever I can, and then use SP2 and then into SP1s. I don't know what is the best damage rotation, so this fight did take me a bit of time to bring Ultron down. And secondly, I am holding a rank up on Serpent. He's only rank 1. I would love to dupe him before I take him to rank 2, so that's why the damage output is not same. If I were boosted here, I would have done more damage and the fight would have been faster, but that's okay. Serpent has too many buffs on his own, and so I don't need to worry about pumping iron. And whenever I use a striker with the stellar striker node, I am going to get more aptitude buffs, so that is going to enhance everything on Serpent. So already there is 7,000 crits that are being thrown to Ultron. So now Ultron usually would be a tricky defender if you don't have somebody who can counter evade, or you have to play around the evade. Other champions can do it faster. So for example, if you bring in a Hercules, if you bring in a Cosmic Ghost Rider, those champions can do it faster. But like Serpent is the safer options. So I've given you quite a few different options that can be used. Check them out. Again, not really a difficult fight, but it does take a bit of time. The path is super easy to do with Cosmic champions. Just keep spamming your SP1s to the opponent so you keep those charges down on the Scourge. And anyway, whenever you will evade a hit or evade a special attack hit, you're going to pause the Scourge charges, because every 2 seconds the defender gains a Scourge charge up to 20 charges. So if you dodge him or dodge the special attacks, you are going to pause, and you will notice that with an icon just underneath Ultron's bar. So with the pause and also throwing your SP1s again and again, you should be able to easily get through this fight with little to very less Scourge charges. And just like that, Ultron is down to 3%, and there we have it in 1. We'll wait out the last SP1, and there he is dead. Fight number 4 down. One of the best things I love about Cosmic class is they are crazy heavy nukers. You have some good champions that will take a lot of buffs that will make the fight really short. Speaking of which, here's an example of Hyperion. Just like that, 41, and 30k. 100,000 damage, just like that. Look at House effects already down to 60%. There we go. One combo and he's down to 50%. That's what I love about Cosmic champions. It's the same with your CGR, it's the same with your Hercules, it's the same with your Hulkling. So yeah, if you want to bring any one of those for Hercules and CGR, I would recommend using Odin pre-fight, and you should be good. Even Odin does crazy damage if he's ranked up. So plenty of different options. Just make sure that you use a non-metallic champion against Magneto, and you should be good. I am just using a Hyperion, getting him cornered, keep throwing my heavy attack so I can keep getting those Furies. And every now and then when I have a striker, I will throw that so I can get an aptitude debuff. And just like that, ending up with an SP3, 24% health. Let's see where it takes us to 7%. So this is a quick nuke fight. It's not as long as the other ones. So if you have Cosmic nukers, they are the best way to go. And the final fight is going to be a future Ant-Man. This is the only fight where you will need like specific counters. So basically you just need champions that can stop Ant-Man from getting armor ups, or you need champions that can easily intercept him. Because the way he works, his mechanics, the less the armors, the better. And with every intercept, you can remove an armor up from Ant-Man. So some of the options that can really work against are going to be champions like, for example, Hercules. Now Hercules can easily do a lot of intercepts, and he can remove the armors for you. Same goes with Gladiator. Once the armor ups are removed, he has an ability where he limits the armor up and does not allow the opponent to get any armor ups. Your Hulkling, once there is a Pierce active, as long as there is a Pierce active, Ant-Man cannot gain an armor. Also, you can do the same with Null. Null with his medium attack can remove the armor. So those are some good champions you can use. And you can always use your pre-fight ability with Odin with any of these champions, so you can bypass the pumping iron node. And there's also Adam Warlock. Adam Warlock is a straight up baller. You don't need to worry about anything else because he goes unblockable for longer periods of time. So we can easily take out future Ant-Man as well. So these are a few options that work really well. I am using a Hulkling right here, just slowly moving up to my SP2s and hitting in the block with a special 2 on the unblockable, and that does all the damage. Trying to keep those Scourge charges down, but if they go more than 8 charges, I suggest throwing an SP1 to reduce them. Otherwise, the defender gains quite a bit of power, and that can push them to an SP3. Yeah, I like to block the SP2 because I'm really bad at evading it. So if you are in the same boat, I would say just block the SP2s and that should be fine. I think I trigger an SP1 here just to remove the Scourge charges because they're up to 10. There you have it. No, that's another SP2. So it's up to you. If you get more on the Scourge charges, you can alternate your special 1s and special 2s and you should be good. Down to the last 7%, and there we have it. And for the boss fight is going to be a Sauron. Just bring in any tech champion that has heal block, because anytime there's a heal block and Sauron is trying to heal, you are going to get Furies that will increase your damage by 30%, and you can get 10 of those Furies, so that's 300% extra damage. Try to avoid bringing in shock champions because Sauron is immune to shock, and whenever you try to apply shock, he's going to gain power with empowered immunity. So yeah. With Warlock, I'm just going to apply the heal block and I'm just going to cycle my SP2 and already look at that damage 23,000, and I have only got 6 Furies up till now. So yeah, the SP1s and SP2s are quite easily evadable, but if it's easier for you, push Sauron to SP2 only because that's much easier to evade. And yeah, just cycle through your SP2s, you should be good. Any tech champion with the heal block would work. The goal is to get the Furies up. Just be careful about the medium dash-in. When the unblockable is ready, you can dance around and remove those. And yeah, that's about it, guys. Thanks for checking out this video. Only 4 more videos remaining on 9.1.3. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure to get in the comment section and let me know what did you guys use and how did it go. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.